We are here to shut up the Mackenzie stands. They're actually going around right now saying Mackenzie didn't have a seatbelt on and her intent was, not to survive the crash. Well, as y'all can see at the beginning of this video we just showed, because this is an unredacted body cam, and it shows the police officer cutting the seatbelt. Now, in this jail call we're about to hear Mackenzie either doing a play with her mom, like just knowing that the call's getting recorded and just, saying what she wants everyone to believe what happened that she didn't remember, or she's trying to convince her mom. Either way, she's lying. Now listen very closely, because she gives a lot of details you might not have known.
Convinced me to come do it at my house anyways. And then all that fuck shit just happened, and they said something that just got me thinking. They was Kenzie, I thought I would sleep on the couch with Dom all night, but Dom wasn't. When Paul got up to see where everyone was, Dom wasn't on the couch with me at 4 a.m. So where was Dom at 4 a.m.? I just think about that all the time.
Where was he?
I don't know, and that just weirds me out. That just makes so many more possibilities of what could have happened.
Well, he called Blair at 3:36 in the morning or something. He was calling his friend. Remember? Trying to say thanks for kicking it with me. I love you, that kind of thing, which was also super weird.
He never did shit like that.
I know.
Because he always told me he doesn't even like Blair.
What the heck?
You remember, you've seen the text message where he's I don't even fuck with Blair.
Yeah, he would drop him in a second. Yeah, that's a real good friend, Dom.
I miss him still, I don't care.
I know you do, baby. I know, me too.
My little nug.
Yeah. Poor Paul. I feel bad for everybody.
Yeah, me too.
I do not know how you survived that crash, Pumpkin.
Neither do I. I don't even remember being coherent. How they were saying I was answering questions. I don't remember that.
Right.
I don't remember any pain from the accident. I don't remember
How did you even end up in that position? How did you even get? I don't understand. I can't even go there.
I was folded down.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense to me either. I feel I don't know.
This is called laying on your side. This is not called folding down. That was a lie from the get-go. They said that she was underneath her wheel well, folded down. No, we have the unredacted body cam. We showed the proof. She's leaned over. She's sleeping on her right side, alive.
I know. I can't go there.
I wish I could get hypnotized in here to remember.
Me too.
I want to remember so bad. I almost feel it was I don't know. I'm not gonna say, but I have my thing. I think I know. I feel I think I know what happened, but I don't know for sure. But it could be wrong.
A million things. A million things.
I feel it was another incident of Dom doing what he used to do all the time in the car.
Right. That's what everybody kind of feels.
So first things first, Natalie. So now it could be a million things. How about it's one thing? Your daughter intentionally killed 2 people. Now, Mackenzie right there lying again, saying that it could have been when Dom grabbed the wheel. Okay, where Dom ended up in the car, I've seen where unfortunately and fortunately, because it kind of woke me up to this case to the point where this is real, right? This is somebody's child, and I seen the unredacted body cam, and I know where Dom ended up at. That would make it impossible from where he was laying at and where he was at. There's no way that he grabbed the wheel and he would have to put his foot on the pedal. Are these people mentally retarded at this point?
But I don't know if that's even true, because why would he do that with Davion in the car?
Because he used to do stuff like that with other people in the car. Remember?
True, with Kendra in the car.
Yeah.
Because he was screaming at me because I dropped the blunt in the car. And he didn't want it to burn his car, but I was trying to get it.
Who was in the car?
And then he was speeding really fast,
saying a bunch of stuff. Maybe Dom was driving previously, but in this case, Dom wasn't driving, so everything they're saying doesn't make sense.
Just wait. That's what I mean. If we have to appeal, we'll be fun. Just wait. Let's hope that the judge makes the right decision and that she can see. Okay. That's all.
And you know what else I was thinking? I was thinking about how, everyone that was in juvenile, what they told me about the county, it's all wrong. They all told me wrong stuff about the county. I was expecting something completely different.
Well, you're on the protection floor, don't forget.
Well, I need to be off. I need to get the fuck off the floor.
Well, I know, but is it better than what they said or worse?
Worse.
What do you mean?
mean, like, yeah, but they said there was people gonna put broomsticks in my butt and stuff like that, and like,
What the hell?
and like they was gonna try to bitch me right away and shit. And, like none of that is going on.
It might be on the other floor.
But I need to get the fuck moved off this pod.
Why? So you can deal with that? You want a broomstick up your butt?
Honestly, at this point, I'd almost rather deal with shit like that than deal with like crazy people. I don't like people that are slow. I don't like them. I don't want to be around slow people.
I know.
I don't want to hear like weird laughing at night. I don't want to hear someone being meow.
Now, this lady on TikTok is a complete idiot, allegedly, and I'm going to tell you why. She keeps coming up with these conspiracy theories, and we've been coming right behind her and proving her wrong. For example, I'm going to show you something right here. She tries to say that Mackenzie Shirilla never had mushrooms on person. Watch the clip. And this lady needs to hang it up. I think you need to take 2 weeks off and go watch Paw Patrol or something with your kids. Get off the internet.
And here's the biggest detail people are completely missing. The drug charges on her indictment were not for the cannabis found in her system or the mushrooms found in her clothes. The state's drug charges were explicitly tied to a larger fentanyl distribution ring.
Can you open your eyes for me? I just want to look.
These kids were nickel and bagging selling, and I don't even think they were selling shrooms, right? She got caught with shrooms on person, right? And you see the scale. Okay, I had a scale as well, but I didn't sell. But when I would buy, I want to make sure my stuff is right on the money and I didn't get skimped out or shorted. Now, we got another one on TikTok too. She says she recently just flipped, and she says that Mackenzie has no intent. She's going through all the possibilities. And one of these possibilities, it's comical because I'm about to break this down and tell you why she doesn't make any sense.
Listen to this. Listen to this theory. Okay, so Toyota Camrys have a known problem with the accelerator sticking if you have aftermarket floor mats or floor mats that are unhooked, or there's a whole bunch of ways to say it, but basically it's actually caused so many accidents and had cars accelerate exactly the way that hers did. So yes, I'm not saying the black box is wrong.
Oh, here we go with the crime circus Toyota theory, right? And she just admitted that I'm not saying the black box is wrong, of course, because the black box can't be wrong. You know how many lawsuits there would be? If this Toyota did that, you know how much money the families would be getting from Toyota right now?
The black box very well would be right. But that doesn't mean that she didn't brake before the 5 seconds. Because it's 4 point something seconds. I think that she did brake multiple times and realized the brake wasn't working.
And just so y'all know, if the accelerator sticks, you can still use the brake. It's very, very, like the chances of the accelerator sticking and the brake not working, it would never happen. And either or probably wouldn't happen. It's very rare.
So in a panic, she bent down to try to unstick the floor mat. When she did, she passed out from her POTS. That's documented that she has. Dom's holding the steering wheel. If you've never been driving down the road and had to go grab something and had your passenger hold the steering wheel, done it a million times. He grabbed the steering wheel. Davion, why would he be in the middle when the car crashed?
And just so this lady knows, if you're in the back seat and you don't have your seatbelt on, where do you think you're going to end up? I mean, come on, let's use our common sense here, people.
He put the gear shift in neutral, trying to get the car to slow down. Well, when Dom realized that she had passed out, the airbags came out. Okay, that's why she has nothing on her face. He tried to pull her up before the car hit the wall. And that's how she ended up in the position that she ended up in. I also think that this issue, this is not the first time this has happened to them. If you look up known reasons for a Toyota Camry gas pedal to fully accelerate, there is actually, because there's so many ways for it to happen.
Lady, you eat 3 times a day, right? and you probably did one video today. You chose to do this video while you're eating is disgusting, and nobody wants to see you eating right now. Thank you.
Because it's a known problem. There's actually an emergency list of things to do. The emergency list of things to do is to steer the car out of position, or try to make sure to steer the car in a direction to where it's not going to hit anything. Put the car in neutral and try to unstick the gas pedal. Everything that they did. Now, I could be wrong on this, and this is just totally my opinion, but I think maybe that has happened before. I think it happened before, and they had looked it up and seen what to do. Or they were just, I mean, natural instinct would be to try to unstick the pedal. Putting the car in neutral, that would be a natural instinct too. So that may just be you know, throwing stuff in there. But I really do think that it is something that should have been searched. I think their phones should have been looked into to see what type of Google searches they did, as well as that debunks that there was, okay, the car was checked, there was no mechanical issues with the car. Did you look and see if the floor mats were aftermarket? Did you check and see if they were latched correctly? Because there's a whole list, there's a whole thing about Toyota Camrys and floor mats and the damage they've caused people and the crashes they've caused. I think she did hit the brakes. She just hit it before 5 seconds. I think she tried the brakes a couple times. They didn't work. She bent down to unstick the pedal. Passed out. The car hit. The airbags came out. That's why she didn't get hit with the airbags. Dom seen that she was not responsive. He tried to grab her to pull her back up. That's how she ended up in the middle. And they hit the wall. That's what I think happened. And I'm not going to argue with anybody, but I will most definitely debate. And if you feel like I said something wrong, please tell me. If you feel like this does not make sense, I will show all of the evidence that I have.
All these creators and people that are, you know, saying that Mackenzie had no intent and they're going on to spiel, they don't have any evidence. The only evidence they have is text messages between her and Dom on previous toxic relationship stuff, and they both are in the wrong on certain occasions. Now we're going to review the live stream that we had the other night, and it's going to take some time, people, so bear with me. There's somebody that came up on our live stream that sounded like Bubba. At first, we didn't know if it was Bubba. But we're going to compare the voices. We're going to see if it's actually Bubba, because this person came in hot, and he is defending Mackenzie Shirilla, and he is victim blaming the Russo family.
One, I'm not again, and you want to know something? The both parents are at fault here. Instead of fucking treating their children like parents, they're being best friends. They're lying about the drug dealing optics, and damn straight that the Russo family had a lot of fucking influence, because if the PR got out of, hey, you guys are just as much drug dealer family friends with your kids as the other family. I mean, what's happening is the lies. I'm not saying that they're not victims. Dom and that dude, I mean, honestly,
Davion,
we're
brother,
hanging out with a crazy bitch. Like, he had so many red flags. Like, no offense, but this is what happens when you don't, like when you want to put yourself in situations with crazy fucking bitches, bro.
Now, is that Bubba? I went to TikTok and I grabbed an interview Bubba was in. Let's compare the voices and let y'all, you know, decide. I don't know completely if it's Bubba or not. I'm still on the fence. But they do have the same kind of argument going on. They're trying to paint Dom as some huge drug dealer, the biggest drug dealer in Strongsville, which is total cap.
But nah. So basically, what I know of is he didn't only have Zaza like deals in there. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot deeper and a lot more intricate. And I'm not gonna say nothing specifically. They'd be threatening a lot of lawsuits and allegations and stuff. So
Just say
I ain't gonna
allegedly.
Yeah, I'll
Allegedly.
probably get a
I ain't gonna
lawsuit after this live
allegedly.
from
I ain't gonna
Dom's
dive too
family.
deep into none of that shit. Allegedly, but yeah, it's just a lot deeper than what's being said, and publicly certain stuff just can't be said. You know what I mean? It just can't because of just allegedliness and allegedly. You know, it just we got to watch our boundaries. You know, but
And
what I'm saying
I get
is
what you're
the
saying.
family, and especially the Russos, do you know how much damage control if the story is on Kumo and everything? We're like, hey, these parents should have been parents versus friends with their children. And that goes for both sides. We're witnessing how delusional Natty and fucking Steve are because they're so delusional with their friends. But I'm saying Mama Russo, her fucking bullshit lies, the video proves it. It proves it. She's sitting there driving them around, smoking weed, doing drugs, and let's not forget mushrooms, acid, drug dealer, drug fucking dealer, Dom.
But you said they're using though. All the drug dealers I knew,
Whether
they
he
use.
bad
what's
shit,
going
whatever.
on here, man?
They're
What you
drug
coming in
dealers. The
hot
family
for?
knew the drug
All right.
dealing was out
All
there.
right. So
Is all I'm saying.
again, all I'm saying is the Russos lost. They've lost somebody. The Mackenzies didn't lose anybody. Mackenzie is still here. Natty Ice can still talk to
what's
her
the
daughter.
difference? We're talking about
The
why the
difference
case. We're
is
talking
the
about why
difference
the
is
case.
I am
We're
not gonna.
talking about evidence of the case
Bro,
being shown. The
you gonna
lawyers.
let me
We're
talk, or you
talking
gonna
about
overtalk me?
PR and fucking shit like that.
You gonna
You're in
overtalk
your
me?
feelings, bro. You're going
It's
off your
not.
feelers. You're going
There's
off
no.
your
You
feelers.
gonna
Well,
you
You're
let
gonna
not
me ask you
going off
something.
the
overtalk me?
No, let
optics
me ask you something, bro.
of
You're here.
both
You're here now. No,
parents.
no, hold on,
He's
Of
hold on, bro.
scumbag
overtalking.
parents looks like it because they're
Listen,
okay
bro.
of their children being drug dealers and being friends with the children
Which
versus
one of the
being
20
fucking actual
things? Let me
parents.
ask you, dude. Hey, dude. Let me
All of
ask
them.
you. Hold on. Let me ask you. Which one of the 20 things are you gonna go? I want your
Yeah, you
argument
don't
of
even, bro.
why that she shouldn't even be in jail right now, if that's the case. Because then what are we
Bro,
talking about? Now
you don't
you're
even
trying
make
to. Okay,
sense, bro.
bro.
You
If
don't
you're
even
talking
make
about the
sense.
Russos, then you're basically ratting about fucking drug dealing and shit that has nothing to do with somebody dying in a car wreck. You're kind of. It's just kind of like.
Oh, I
It's
don't give a
ratting. They're
fuck.
snitching. It's
I
snitching.
don't give a listen, let me say this. I
Let me
don't
bring it back
give
up.
a fuck. I don't give a fuck if she let me mute him when you bring him back up so I can finish my sentence.
Oh yeah, no, I won't bring him up yet. Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck if the Russos sold weed or sold acid. Bro, you're acting like they're fucking Pablo Escobar. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Number
Hold up.
one. Number two, let me say this. I am not gonna sit here and bash a woman who lost her son, bro. Are you fucking shitting me? I'm gonna bash the woman who lost her
We've all
son
sold
over the
weed,
person.
bro. We've all done acid. We've all done. But I never did that
Yo,
with my
can I
children.
say
But
something
I've
real
been the
quick?
child doing it with my parents.
Go
Let me
ahead,
say something real
DVS.
quick, right? Because this dude came in hot off the rip, right? He didn't even do a proper
Dead
introduction.
dogs. Yeah. I didn't
He
even
didn't
get to
say,
say
"Hey,
welcome
good
to the
night,
YouTube street.
fellas.
Right,
Hey,
right.
what's going on?" He just came in like he's been on a fucking show forever.
Dead
First
dogs.
and foremost. But whatever, right?
It's
He sounded like he
I
had
think
something to say. He
he's been
originally
around for a while. I know who he is. Go ahead.
he came on like, but when it comes to him, right? I don't think he really gets it, right? Because what he's going with, I don't know if he's looking for content or he's looking for followers or what. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. But his argument is the fact that the parents were not parenting the correct way, right? And he's saying that she drove them around and she contributed to the bullshit.
Right, right.
I seen a video. I seen what he's talking about. There is a video.
I get that, but listen. At the
But
end of
that
the day,
does,
like
yeah.
saying, it doesn't add up. The two are not the same. They're on two different levels, right? Regardless of what, you should have been going with the fact that maybe they should have saw that Mackenzie was evil enough and maybe delusional enough to actually harm their child and still allowed her to be around
Right.
them. You know what I mean? Maybe if you went in that direction, it would be a little bit more fucking solid. But for you to keep on going with this drug telling shit, it doesn't make any sense.
You sounded like you're under. Hold on, bro. You got to sit down for a minute. You sounded underwater again. We've had Christine Russo on, and we had the other side on. We had Keezy on the same fucking video that you try to pull up here. We already had that lady on. We've got both sides. when it comes to this whole bar situation, we don't get to decide how people get to mourn and do fundraisers. The fuck you talking about? If the goal was to get money and do what they need to do for the foundations and fundraisers for Dom and Davion and it succeeded, who gives a fuck how it got presented? It is what it is.
No, yeah, actually, people do give a fuck, dude. It's called class. It's called courtesy. It's called that. And again, when we talk about the drug dealer optics, if the foyer, what they found on the scales, white powdery stuff, other YouTubers are requesting foyers of these calls and everything else. Again, we're talking about people who dealt drugs. The families knew they dealt drugs, and they all were partiers. Both the Shirilla family and the fucking Russo family, partiers. So again, the optics are out there, but it was distasteful as shit. And I see a family trying to capitalize and grift off the situation just as much as people who aren't even related to the case. And what victims are not.
But that's what grifting was made. Actually, grifting doesn't. The term changes when it's the victims. Like you, grifting it was made because of the murder of people in people taking advantage of cases and they're not even involved. But when it comes to a victim, they're not grifting. It's basically it's their case.
You're
That's
telling
their
me
case.
she's
That's
not
their
taking
victim.
every advantage. I could care less what you think. You had to
She's
understand.
really not though.
The
She
fact
doesn't.
that
She
she's
doesn't do the
taking
most,
every
bro.
advantage, dude. It's disgusting. Watching them get drunk and try and promote their merch and merchandise off the name of their
Yeah, you know what you do? You just turn it off, dude. You just
disgusting.
Bro, that's like
Just
having a
saying.
family member. That's like Facebook and have you scrolling and seeing a family member doing something like that. You're gonna leave a comment and then start talking shit. No, you just just scroll past it,
No,
bro.
dude.
It
No,
wasn't for you. It was not for you.
I'm not gonna be doing like the merch type optics we're watching, but the fact that we the drunk charity thing just showed exactly what people are wondering and thinking about that. But again, you guys are minimizing the fact that the Shrillas and the Russos all were part of drug dealing party family. You hang out with drug dealers, or
Whoa,
you hang
wait
out
a
with
minute.
people doing
Hold on
shit.
now. Hold
What do
on.
you think?
Now you just incriminated the Shirillas. So first of all, we never even accused the Shirillas of doing any drug trafficking. You guys have always came with drug trafficking from the Russos. Now you're getting somewhere with something. Now you're in my fucking ball field, and now you're going to start an investigation provided by the detective of New Age Plug. Let me ask you something, brother. You just said the Shirilla family is drug trafficking. So, wow. Steve Shirilla, is he Walter White?
Okay, for one, you're putting words in my mouth. I never said the Shirilla family is drug
Rewind the
trafficking.
clip.
Right.
Rewind the
I
clip.
said that they know Shirilla's family know that they were dealing. Their daughter's dealing a drug dealer. Absolutely, they knew that the Russo was a drug dealer.
Did they know that she was selling her
They
pussy?
knew the daughter. Even the sister knew. Look at the footage of when the cop was like really upset. And he was like, I'm not gonna lie, full transparency. There were mushrooms, drugs. The family kind of gave their roll of the eye, and the sister, you could tell.
Let me ask you something. Did they know that she was
yeah.
selling her vagina? Did the Shirillas know that she was selling her vagina?
Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is you guys
That's
are
more charges.
the drug dealer aspect to this on both sides of the families, and you're minimizing the fact of the victims using the victims for a grift and money. Because I'm sorry, but having a drunk stream charity to
You could do
promote
that
the
when it's your
merchandise of
brother.
your dead brother is not classy.
If me and
No
you did
offense.
that, that'd be grifting. If me and
No
you did that,
offense. I would never
but that's her
fucking try
brother.
and
That's her
scam
brother,
money.
brother.
I would never try and make money getting
Well, that's
wasted
you. That's
off of
you,
my
and you don't know.
dead
You don't know
family
yet.
member.
You haven't got hit with the fucking funeral
I just see a
You
bunch
haven't
of
got hit with
white knight
shit.
and optics here, and I see a bunch of people in their feelings here, and I see people making excuses and trying to grift on the situation.
Shit changes when it happens to you, bro. You don't know what you would do if someone in your family died. You might do something like that.
I don't know. It just, again,
Because you have no other options, bro.
And when you said, "Oh, there's no white powder on this," other YouTubers are requesting foyers. What do you think they found in those rooms that had the drugs? And so, why do you think she wanted in that? Why do you think she wanted in those rooms or that house so bad? Why do you guys think she wanted in that house so bad?
White powder? Did it come back positive as cocaine?
I'm just saying what I've read
No.
on foyers, what people showed. White powdery substance on scale, blah, blah. But we know he was a drug dealer. Acid, mushrooms, weed. I mean, a drug dealer, bro. You're going to make your cash. You think the fucking bundles of cash that her and him are, again, we're talking, again, if my child was hanging out with drug dealers and I was okay with that, okay, and then all of a sudden something bad happened. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying those boys
You
deserve
made the
death.
field even by saying
You
that the
guys want to
Shirillas knew.
minimize
If the
the shit
Shirillas knew,
and
if the
literally
Shirillas knew,
submission.
and then what do we talk about? The whole field is even. We still have a car accident with 2 dead people in it. So what are we doing?
Right. And what I'm saying is the fact that a lot of testimony, a lot of things that happen in this were to protect the Russo name, because she is absolutely invested and with the courts and legal system, worked with them. You think they want, knowing this was going to go viral like this, they want their family to be known as the drug dealer family, or fucking just like Christine Root doing her
I
little
see drug
drift at a
use.
bar,
Hey, I'm
getting
gonna be
drunk
real
with
with
that
y'all.
little
I'm gonna be
weed.
real with y'all. I see drug use, but I don't see drug dealing.
Oh,
Just because you
okay.
got a
So,
scale
so it's
doesn't.
very known through testimony records, police reports. The drug dealing just, it's minimized. Let's minimize it. Let's minimize the
Listen,
stats
I
that
watch the same stuff you do on TikTok. I seen Keezy's channel. She brought up the
I'm
fact
talking
that
about
somebody
FOIA,
passed
police
away,
reports,
but she
actual
has not
FOIA.
brought up any facts of her actually having
I'm talking
any
about
thing to do with trafficking drugs. Now,
I don't know
you
about
guys
the.
got other angles. I'm waiting for other shit. Go ahead.
Well, maybe you should. Maybe if you, what's your email? We'll send you some of the
New
FOIA's
new
audio
age
chat.
new age plugs with an S at Gmail.
Okay, I'll send
New
you
age
some of
plugs.
the stuff we got. All I'm saying is, I feel people are minimizing this, and yeah, I said in your chat, I don't think it was classy to do, whether you, and that's my opinion. Y'all could say no, it's Victor. So I don't get my opinion. I'm gonna get blocked out of chat for saying I think it was distasteful and not classy to do a charity being drunk and just trying to sell your merch and stuff for your dead family member. It was disgusting. And
You
some
probably
people see
you
right.
probably
Some people see right
let me
through the
ask you
optics.
something. Do you believe that every case is a conspiracy? Because you talked about earlier about being in like ultra mind control and
No,
how
I
the
think Steve
mainstream
Carell. I think
dude, you're
Steve.
the actual thing is what the government does. I don't know if you noticed,
I
but
think
they
Steve's
want
right.
you to
I
be in
think
these
Steve Carell is
conspiracy
right.
theories because we
I
already
think
know that
Steve.
hold on, bro.
I think Steve Trill is right when he says that the Russo name has things to do with this, because there are optics of protecting, and because of how viral it's getting, the PR and who she's worked with, what she's done, and who they've worked. And again, the drug dealing shit is real. The family knew, even Mackenzie's family knew their daughter was dating a drug dealer. Like it's not an issue with them, but if it became public, oh damn straight, you don't think a big unhinged sister wants, again, we're watching the optics of these people, and it's like you hang out with scum, yeah, things happen scummy ways. And I'm not saying those boys deserve to be dead, but this was a family of drug dealers, straight up,
Ask
that
Rosie
the
to come
crazy
on
bitch
real quick.
fucking did what she did, and then now we're supposed to minimize the
Is Rosie
optics of
sleeping?
what these people were involved in and what their lifestyle was and everything else.
Can you put Rosie on?
Yeah, let me go get her.
Go get her. I want to hear what her opinion is on this whole thing. Oh, he left. Dude, I think I think y'all are onto something with that. I think that might be him now, dude. That got weird right there.
Don't you ever blame that shit on some shrooms. You a stupid little bitch, can't read the room. Yo, Natalie, you is a witch, you need a broom. And your dad is a bitch, fruit of the loom. He misses his pumpkin. Why you give another female inmate a blumpkin? You bake a weird pillow, now you dry hump it. You a soft ass bitch that needs to grow some tough skin. She want a girl look like Davion, yeah, they mix. You know that she was proud of the click, rubbing click. You know that Mackenzie, she could wish she had one wish. She would wish that a bitch would grow a dick. Now while she locked up, her parents, yeah, they outside. They on the media, yeah, you know they both fly. I seen it in their eyes, I know they both hypnotized. I think she should've died or she should be paralyzed. She wanna get the train ran on by a pair of guys. She needs attachments to a pussy, yeah, paradise. You know she living in the hell, but it's paradise. Cause she ain't never gonna ever sleep good at night. Yeah, your parents got no awareness. All them drugs that you damn did, yeah, they probably shared it. Now you get your card pulled quick, and I ain't talking tear it. You making homemade dildos, you love the carrots. What if that shit breaks in half? Think about all the remorse, what is it gonna take? What if that shit breaks in half? What about all the remorse, what is it gonna take? Shirilla the killer, She thinks she's black, but she really vanilla. I know some real bitches that will probably kill her. She's crying late at night, yeah, her head in the pillow. She's driving bitches crazy in the yard. At least she can't drive a car. No more commissary, let that bitch starve. Now she's in the cell, her she on them damn shark. Her mama gross as hell, yeah, she's talking about a fart. That the prosecutor could switch, what you retard. And y'all lawyer played y'all like a fucking guitar. And your daddy's such a cuck, yeah, he still can get hard. With stupid ass bitch, yeah, here's your award. Should've died in that wreck, yeah, they should've pulled a cord. Yeah, your mama should be crying while she's looking in the morgue. And your fucking first car should've been an old Ford. Man, you grab your face down and you're selling all fours. All these discipline reports, and you don't clean your motherfucking room, don't do your chores. You'll sell always dirty, yeah, you a dirty whore. You in your early 20s, but you look 34. You crying to mommy saying I can't do it no more. 10-2, 10-2, eyes on the road. 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 10-2.